Church-going family man Tad Cummins seemed like a model citizen. But look closer and you'll find some cracks in that happy facade.
Tad was kind of a bully about things.
Chandler Anderson worked with Cummins back when Cummins worked as a respiratory therapist at a local hospital.
He would say things like, "You're stupid. You know, you shouldn't be in the ER."
In front of other people?
Oh yeah, in front of other people. I have seen Tad be told no previously, and I've seen the rage and anger he gets.
He doesn't take no well.
No, absolutely.
Anderson says Cummins had a problem with authority. He didn't have enough of it. He says that's why Cummins switched careers and took a big pay cut.
If money's not the central issue and feeding your ego is, that's what he chose. That's why he became a teacher. Who tells a teacher no? Certainly not students.
Cummins' hold on some students was particularly strong. Destiny Parrish, now 20, was in Cummins' class back in 2011.
It was literally like a best friend that you'd known your entire life, or like a family member that you'd confide in.
Like Elizabeth, Destiny struggled to fit in.
And he made you feel normal.
And safe and protected, and I didn't have anything to worry about.
They shared a love of music. An aspiring singer-songwriter, Cummins once broke out in song for Destiny in the music room. She recorded the performance.
You're the kind of one for me to love for the rest of his life.
Was the health teacher showing her his heart?
I think he probably meant it the way when he was singing it.
He sang that song to you on purpose, you think?
I think. I'm not sure, obviously.
The other students think something weird was going on between the two of you.
Some of the students, would make jokes about, us being in love or whatever, and, I kind of blew it off, like, no, it's just me and Tad, like, we're friends.
Destiny moved away before graduating and says nothing inappropriate ever happened between them. But a few years later, Cummins found another student to shower with special attention, Elizabeth Thomas.
She had no friends. I think that's one of the reasons Tad Cummins was able to move in on her so quick.
Jason Watley is the Thomas family's attorney.
Do you think he targeted her?
No doubt.
He sought her out?
No doubt. He was specifically grooming this child for a very specific purpose, and that was a relationship. He chose a girl that was clearly having issues because she went to him for quote-unquote counseling. She was the perfect victim.
As part of the seduction, Cummins portrayed himself as an international man of mystery.
Apparently he told a lot of tales about his fictional background. He's a CIA operative, he's an FBI agent, he's a millionaire.
Anthony Thomas says his daughter was impressed with Cummins' alleged exploits.
And I said, "You're telling me he's been in these FBI and the CIA?" "Oh, yeah." "Oh, Tad has got a bunch of money. He's got actually a couple $1 million in the bank."
Still, Thomas didn't object when Cummins took Elizabeth to church. Former FBI agent Brad Garrett is an ABC News consultant.
The idea that he would bring Elizabeth to this church doesn't surprise me one bit, because he needs a cover story. Well, look at this. I'll bring you to church with my family. Isn't this a wonderful thing?
Despite outward appearances, authorities say Cummins' intentions become less of the spirit and more of the flesh. DA Brent Cooper says investigators discovered a special system Cummins devised to exchange secret messages with Elizabeth using the same email account.
What was kind of the nature of those messages?
Things that only people that were in an intimate relationship would share. There's a message that says, "I saw you standing by your backpack and just wanted to tell you, you have a really nice blank."
It appears the two were much less inhibited on Instagram. Cummins post, "You're all my heart ever talks about. It was love at first sight, at last sight." And Elizabeth, "I look forward to going to school just to see you. I love you." And she told her friend Erin she had big news about a relationship.
She told me that she really liked this guy and she really loved him. She really wanted to be around this guy all the time, like 24/7.
That carelessness made the situation highly combustible. And on January 23rd, it all blew up when a middle school student reported seeing Cummins and Elizabeth kissing in his classroom.
This was an honor student who saw them kissing.
That 12-year-old honor student later described the kiss to detectives as a romantic peck rather than father-daughter type. The school and eventually local cops investigate. Elizabeth denies everything.
I said, why is a sheriff's deputy calling me about an incident at school? She said, oh yeah, some girl lied. It's nothing happened.
She told me that she had gotten in trouble at school because her teacher was calming her from a panic attack, and some girl walked in and saw it and told everybody that they were kissing.
Cummins continues the cover-up. On February 1st, in an interview with detectives, he describes the relationship as that of a father figure at school and denied ever kissing Elizabeth. A few days later, Cummins is suspended.
How did he explain it to you?
That it was either someone telling a lie or thought they saw something that they didn't, and that it absolutely did not happen. I had no reason not to believe him. 31 years of marriage, you know, with no problems. Why would you not believe him?
For many, it was hard to believe, and the already bullied teen now marked with a scarlet letter of sorts.
There were things being said that were extremely hurtful.
Elizabeth's father told Watley Elizabeth faced ridicule and had even been called a whore. Meanwhile, Cummins, now in exile from the school, begins acting strangely at home.
He always made the coffee the night before we would go to bed, and he started telling me how to make the coffee. And I was like, why are you telling me this? Why did you tell me how to make the coffee? And I was in tears because I thought that he was afraid he was going to go to jail.
He was planning to go somewhere. Apparently, the teacher had convinced himself and his favorite student that there was only one way out, with each other on the open road.
He worked on her, he manipulated her, and he did this until finally she was just a girl that would do whatever he wanted.